Are they in right now? They are not, but the Rams just lost. They got a shot. Check out the injury report. Any Packers on there? We activated Frank Clark last week. Back to the mix. Packers are clean.
Yes, sir. I gotta start getting ready here.
They are 6th in the league in rushing. And they want me to defend the deep pass. Ah, they got McCaffrey. Forgot about that. I contain the outside. Hopefully.
Yes, sir. I'll hit you up, bro.
Sounds good, mate.
I gotta get ready.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
hit you up, though. Enjoy that game. Oh,
Yep.
I made a bunch of bets.
Oh, I'll send you the fucking rap sheet later, right before.
But I did do a $50
coin flip.
Chiefs. No, I didn't do the coin. I did $10 on the kickoff or touchback.
I'm going over national anthem.
First kickoff touchback. You know, it's always a touchback first kickoff.
It is.
They boot him
Better
about
be.
a mile.
This guy's gonna house it. First touchdown.
I know. Oh, I almost put some money on that. So I was like plus 10,000. I took Chiefs over in a teaser plus 7.5 and over 45. What do you think about that?
I like it.
That was for 50, but I
just
also
gotta
bought
win.
a bunch of squares in these pools too. I did like 3 $10 squares and like 5 $6 squares.
I got 2 $10 ones on the one at work.
Nice. So I'm hoping to hit. If I hit one of those, then I'll be fucking juice.
Oh, you'll be doing backflips.
Oh, that's where the payouts are right there. Give me a fucking halftime, final, fourth quarter, fucking third quarter, everything. Give me a fucking end of first and a fucking final.
I like to hit something, that's for sure.
Yeah, I also took a couple parlays. I took Jalen Hurts over like 1.5 touchdowns and something like fucking.
I like Kelsey over his yards. I like Hurts over the rushing.
Yeah.
I probably like Mahomes over the rushing if it's a. I don't know what the number is.
Mahomes, it was like over. You had to go over like 350 or 290 yards, 25 yards, 295, 25 yards rushing, and I think it was 3 touchdowns. It was like 2 to win like 130 or something like that, or more. I forget, something crazy. Yeah. All right, bro.
Well, yes, sir. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I'll hit you then. Later.
All right. Later.
It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Jamar Chase, your new single-season record holder and first 2,000-yard receiver in league history. It's the Vikings and the Packers, next on Madden Football.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner hits it on. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched the playoff, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now it's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The Vikings at 13-2 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Dances by him, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Zamir White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Returnable for Watson. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend of the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first, Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. $16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A beautiful fake. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And it's a Packers touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that trims the lead down to 9. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. The last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On the counter, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 39. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Watson on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's White, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zamir White with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. Juju Smith-Schuster, a big afternoon. 3 touchdown catches in that first half. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. A touchdown run there for Javonte Williams. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And the ground game has been a big part of why they...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll take this up to the 30, the gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Bridgewater. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry up, lost the whole game. The offensive line not giving it all. Now allowed him to the bottom line. He's got to take care of what they got.
Carlson on for the PA team. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packers in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he stopped immediately there. For the run show, Fadukasi there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Steps away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing is Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run right on the option. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. first down. Here's White. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got to reincarnate it right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater now from the 50. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Watson looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got a man right. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.